Good morning and welcome to your Fast Track to 7. I'm Tatum Miller.
And I'm Alex Larson. Former President Joe Biden commuting the life sentence of Indigenous activist Leonard Peltier yesterday. He was convicted in 1975 for the killings of 2 agents in Pine Ridge, South Dakota.
He was serving life in prison and was denied parole last July. He wasn't eligible for parole again until next year, but Biden said Peltier will transition to home confinement.
A Moorhead man facing a slew of charges, accused of leading West Fargo police on a chase yesterday morning.
42-year-old David Jacobson is facing fleeing, driving under suspension, and multiple outstanding warrant charges. Police noted a suspicious vehicle around 1 a.m. at the Circle K on 13th Avenue South.
Officers say Jacobson was passed out behind the wheel, and when they approached him, he took off. After a brief chase, they were able to stop him and seize that vehicle, though.
Donald Trump signing several executive orders yesterday after he took the oath as president. He signed the executive orders in an effort to quickly implement his agenda and plans, including declaring a national emergency on the U.S.-Mexico border, as well as ordering construction on his border wall to resume and terminating diversity programs in federal agencies.
The first order he signed before a crowd at the Capital One Arena revoked about 80 executive actions signed by former President Joe Biden. He also signed a freeze on new regulations, including a hiring freeze on federal workers, and he withdrew from the Paris Climate Treaty.
The president also issued roughly 1,500 pardons and commuting the sentences of 6 of his supporters in connection with the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol.
Let's turn our attention to the forecast now on this frigid Tuesday morning.
Yeah, brr. For the latest on conditions, we're sending things right on over to meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, at least it's the last of our extreme cold mornings, but still just as tough. Want to make sure we're dressing for the cold here this morning again. But it's not just that we're first alerting you to today. We're also going to see a south wind kick in, responsible for the warm up, and that's going to lead to some blowing snow. So we're watching out for that, plus some falling snow showers later this afternoon and evening. So your morning drive, just plain frigid. Your afternoon and evening drive going to look a lot different. Might get a little slick out there. So let's talk first temperatures and wind chills. We're in the teens and 20s below. We've been warming up overnight. Fargo did get down into the 20s below. We're now at 16 below. Wind chill still really tough at 37 below zero. Thief River Falls 20 below. Wind chill of 44 below. And Fergus Falls at 20 below with that wind chill of 40 below as well. So again, it's frigid this morning. We've got some fairly quiet conditions right now. We're looking to the northwest for that next chance for snow. That'll arrive midday into the Devil's Lake area and then start to sweep south and east heading into this afternoon and tonight. And check out our planner for Fargo. You can see a quiet morning, then the wind really cranks up, and then we're watching for that snow right around the time we're getting off of work. At least the temperatures are moving to the positive side here. And we're going to have more on this blowing snow risk coming up throughout the morning hours and of course on the VNL weather app today.
All right. Thanks, Lisa. North Dakota companies are speaking out after the FDA officially banning Red 3, a common food coloring dye.
The ban comes after research found that the dye could cause cancer in rats. This has left many companies and stores wondering what manufacturers plan to do about the ban and what alternatives they'll use.
Some Dakota nuts and candy products that are purchased and brought into the store contain the dye. Despite this being a bump in the road for candy manufacturers, Mike Eichen considers this to be a positive change for the food and candy industry.
We don't manufacture any candy here, so we buy and bring it in. So I know some of those manufacturers are looking at alternatives for it. I think if other countries have banned it and there's potential cancer-causing elements in there, then why not be proactive and take a positive stance and ban it?
Food manufacturers actually have until 2027 to reformulate their products.
Well, check this out. A Fargo resident surpassing a massive collection goal. You may remember this story. Sable Sky was trying to collect 1,000 copies of the movie Wedding Crashers, and guess what? She did it.
The catch is she's never actually seen the movie. The Fargo Theater will premiere the 2005 hit for her and anyone who would like to join on March 1st. Sable said on Facebook, this journey has already been amazing, and she's excited to share its closure with all of you. And